Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Automatics in the trunk. Shoot the maggots with the pump. Thought it natty, love the paddock on my arm. He got static, pussy nigga run your charm. Ghostface killers, Wu-Tang, 21 News Gang. Drug dealers in the Mustang, at the top of the food chain. Trapping the cocaine, no game. Shooter with no names. You can play toe games, the whole game. Kicking your dough, man. Yeah. Put on the paddock, pop it, set it, I'm an addict. Break the mattress with a batty on the attic. Diamond glasses, need some glasses for the flashes, yeah. Michael Jackson with the fashion, bitch, I'm dabbing, yeah. I do this shit on purpose, got these bitches slurping. Whoa. All your pockets on hurting, nigga, you could be my servant. Go to the line, young nigga, don't listen, I purchase. After I cut up a thought, I give her some money for service. Wherever I go, the whole gang gon' go. Yeah, you cannot tame the hoe because she won't fame for sure. You think that you rich cause you got 100 or more. I got an overload, look like I just sold my soul. I pull up before a leader, I got the stripes, Adidas. I got a farm, mama, see it, and I've been known to beat it. Niggas ain't going defeated, we get the guns immediate. No running the coupe is an idiot, you niggas is broken, it's pitiful. Automatics, in the trunk. Shoot the maggots with the pump. Thought it natty, love the paddock on my arm. He got static, pussy nigga run your charm. Ghostface killers, Wu-Tang, 21 News Gang. Drug dealers in the Mustang, at the top of the food chain. Trapping the cocaine, no game. Shooter with no names. You can play toe games, the whole game. Kicking your dough, man.
Yeah. Kim Jong, yeah, big bomb. Wonder bread, man, make your bitch lick crumb. Yeah, out of my pocket, flooded, got my wrist numb. Link, grab the hit stick, nigga tryna blitz some. Dope boy, I sell coke, boy. You broke ass rappers food, it's a po' boy. Everybody the same, all these niggas sound alike. Yeah, Fox 5 gang, turn you to a candlelight. Bitch boy, I'm a mobster, shrimp in my pasta. Jamaican dun da da, hang round the shotters. Mad Max, nigga, yeah, hang with the killer. Planet of the Apes, yeah, I hang around gorillas. I got AK, SK, HK, broad day. You a fuck boy, we ain't with the horseplay, bitch. Trump ass nigga, did you do your chores today? Do you wanna take a ride with the coroner today?
Automatics, in the trunk. Shoot the maggots with the pump. Thought it natty, love the paddock on my arm. He got static, pussy nigga run your charm. Ghostface killers, Wu-Tang, 21 News Gang. Drug dealers in the Mustang, at the top of the food chain. Trapping the cocaine, no game. Shooter with no names. You can play toe games, the whole game. Kicking your dough, man.
Drop from the heaven straight in the wild. Trunk in the front, top got a slide.
Today, we're going to talk about that electric squad ride cash last night, some early MLB games, and which MLB teams are frauds. Stick around. We'll be back here in a minute.
I mean, Connor McDavid, he might be the biggest fraud in all the land. McDavid stinks. He's a softie. What a joke. Oh, man, it's tough to watch.
Gunnar Henderson is not invited to the White Boy Center.
If I was at that game and Zach Campbell came running down, breathing down my neck to catch a home run ball, he would catch an elbow to the nostrils. That's a fact.
He's looking like he's a fucking outfielder in the World Series, man. He's standing in the stands in right field.
He put his glove up there. It wasn't even anywhere close. It looks like Victor Robles playing defense for the Mariners. This guy wasn't even in the same state as catching that home run ball. Check the guy's vision. Somebody put some glasses on Pa. He can't see a thing.
100 fly ball, 100 fly ball, 100 fly ball.
No way.
Oh, yeah!
No fucking way, Trent.
Out of 10 of them, see what I'm saying? I'ma make them see what I'm saying. First they won't smoke, now they just playing. Nigga real hoes, you know what I'm saying?
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 508 piece. As always, hold the fry. Joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you're not tracking your bets on Bookit, wake up, start something new, and go over to the Bookit app and start tracking your bets over there. Cleanest UI UX, cannot be easier to use. It tracks your bets for you. All you got to do is link your books. All right, go check it out. Use promo code Jovan or Chelly over there. Okay, Jovan, how we doing? Happy Thursday. How about that squad ride last night coming through by the skin of our teeth?
The Reds. They did
Reds.
Did just enough. It was, I mean, there's not many better feelings betting baseball than having it over and seeing the Rockies bullpen come in. There's just not many better feelings. So even if it takes all 9, we got there.
Sometimes it does, right? The game's not over till the fat lady sings, right? Got 9 innings for a reason, and we needed all of them. Okay, the Reds came through. Shout out Cincy. Shout out Jovan's secondary team. W's.
That was huge. That was huge.
Massive.
And
Yes.
even better, but not better, when we don't have our fastball overall, as far as the plays go, still in the squad ride. Hits pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say we didn't have our fastball last night. I'd say
Yeah.
that's a pretty good comparison. 100%. But we got the strikeout when we needed it, right?
We
Big
did.
time strikeout. We still got the win. Moose should
Yeah.
start. Patrick Corbin-esque, but we still got the win. Love
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if we can say Patrick Corbin-esque. Patrick Corbin was kind of doing his thing yesterday.
He was until he wasn't. That's typically how it goes. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm nuking the PP entry today after the 0 for 4. Yep. 0 and 4s don't grow on trees, folks. Those do not
They
come
do
around
not.
often. You're not going to see that again today. You're not going to see it again today. All right. People are saying the wheel needs to make a appearance. We're going to talk about that wheel here in a moment. Let's finish up these W recaps. Let's take a peep at King of the Boards as we get a big baller resub for 6 months. Let's get another squad ride W today, boys. You're goddamn right. We got Malik coming in, dropping some bits, a 40 piece. Love that. Let's go, Malik. Jovan, great work on King of the Board last night. We both went 1-0.
It
Good.
is also pretty funny. We went 3 for 6 on straights, and 2 of the straights were King of the Board, and the other one was the squad ride.
That's wild.
Pretty hilarious. I don't know, choosing, I guess you could say, by us, but it
Picked our
worked.
spots. We picked
Yeah.
our spots. You're right. Good work. People are saying Krabs might be an NL West merchant. Yes, those rumors might be true. And we're going back to the NL West tonight. All right, we'll talk about it. W's. James Wood, hit run RBI, and steal less than fantasy. GF Swim, you might be onto something. All right, we're going to talk about that game and some of these day games that start up here soon in just a moment. Before we do, and before we go over to the Steamed Krabs, we do need to get our guy Joshy involved because Joshy lost a bet on TMA earlier, and he has to spin the goddamn wheel. How about them apples? Someone else spinning the wheel.
Yeah, dude, I know. Sucks.
Josh,
The
welcome.
rat shit bet that you had as well.
I did like the play. I said that in the chat, and that probably
still
didn't
like
help.
the play. I still like the play.
I would take it again, even if it lost. Fuck it. Joshy, welcome back, my man. Great to have you. Can we add some sort of Joshy punishment on this list, just in case it lands on that? Do we even have space
Yeah,
on the wheel?
dudes.
We can add something. I mean, Mikey, does Mikey have any ideas for Joshy?
Yeah, Mikey was telling me that he wants me to throw up a couple. Jordan Love MVP and Packers win total. We can throw those two on there. Also, Trent's here wants to say something.
Maybe we make a Joshy wheel.
I want to know why Goots doesn't have to spin that fucking shit.
Because Gates, he's earned it. Although if the Orioles lose another couple games, he might have to.
I plead the fifth.
Such a geek.
Also, I'm going on a golf trip this next week, so if you want to maybe do anything dumb there, that could be a good time. If you guys can think of anything, I couldn't think of anything, but Goots, maybe maybe you can think of something.
For
What could you
a
do that's
golf
polo?
embarrassing on your golf trip?
Packers
You
polo
could ask
in the
the car-
18.
Packers
Ask the-
polo.
What
Packers
was
polo
the
would be
two
good.
Packers win total and Packers Super Bowl? You have to bet one of
Love
those?
Jordan Love MVP.
Yes. Okay.
You have to ask the cart girl if she knows about the goat whale and record it.
Okay, we can do that.
That would be embarrassing.
We can do that.
Nobody would want to do that. That would get worse as you approach that day. You'd probably lose some sleep over that one.
It would.
Yep, it would. That's a pretty good one.
Shriek the chorus. Yeah, no thanks.
You have to play an address for one round.
Reverse the clubs you use. So putter
Yeah,
for
no, we can't
drive.
do
Yeah,
all
I'm
that.
not gonna break my putter though. I would use
Yeah,
my
no.
driver for putts. We can
We
do
could
that.
do. You got any buddies who are right?
I like that. Fireball shot after every bogey.
Wow, that's
Okay.
gonna be a lot of
That-
fireball
That's just
shots.
helping
do
you,
that.
Josh.
We'll do that. I mean,
Josh
worst case
wants
it's
to do
18,
that.
right?
Josh wants
Yeah.
to do that.
Some swing oil that could get ugly. That could get ugly. Yeah. Okay.
We can do that.
All right, we'll do it. He might black out. I hope somebody else is driving. Let's make sure we set up those rides accordingly. Okay. All right. Well, we got 4 good ones on here. Chad, are there any other punishments we can have our guy Joshy, who's a big Chicago sports fan, that we could put up here? 999 challenge. Nope. Those aren't even possible anymore with the time.
I won't be there
time
either. I won't be
constraints.
at the All-Star game.
Nope.
I wouldn't mind just rolling with these 4.
We can do those 4.
Yeah.
Roll those 4.
All right.
Is that okay with Mikey?
Yeah, that's fine.
Paint nails like Caleb Williams. That could be a good one. I'll throw that one in there. I'll do that for week 1 if that hits.
Paint his fingernails for week 1. Jesus.
I'll do it.
All right.
All right. That's
Sure.
good. That should be good.
By the
All
White
right.
Sox is crazy.
Let it rip.
You ready?
Let's
Yep.
do it.
Yes.
Ask
Yes.
about the go well.
Yes.
That's the best one.
Yes. That's the one that I
funniest
wanted.
one.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go. Joshy, I'll be waiting.
Mikey's
I'll be waiting for the
rattled over here.
vid.
Dude, that's not even bad.
Dude, that's embarrassing. He's got to record him going up to this cart chick and ask her if she's heard of the goat whale on cameras.
You have
That's
set
not
I'll
good.
explain it to her too. I'll explain it what it is to her.
So it's
I don't know. I
six-
think you got to just go in raw and no explanations.
Well, no, I'll ask her, and then if she doesn't know, I'll explain it to her.
You
After,
should
yes.
show it to her
Yeah,
too
yeah.
and ask her which one's cooked.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
All right, that's a W punishment. Joshy will be waiting for it. Hey, have fun down there. You're going to Hilton Head for some golf. They got some good
Yes,
golf
sir.
down there.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. W's, Josh. Always welcome, and especially if you want to spin this wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, more than welcome.
Thanks.
Dubs.
Hopefully, I'm never
We'll
back
catch you.
again.
Yes,
See
we'll
ya.
be waiting for that video. All right, my
Yeah.
man.
I got you.
We'll be. W's.
We'll be.
As always, a W. Talking to Joshy. Used to hold it down on BTL back in the day. Okay.
People forget.
A seasoned veteran, a legend. Good to hear from Joshy. All right. Looks like he's got to ask the cart girl if she knows about the goat. Wow. I'm sure she'll have no fucking clue what he's talking about and probably run away. That could be a good
Just
one.
might. Yeah.
What if
Okay.
she knows though? That'd be crazy.
That would be a little weird. Maybe
What
she's
if she
tapped
just
in.
responds? What if she responds and it says, "Yeah, Jordan's chalking that shit."
You're
No,
not
she
kegged.
says, yeah, remember when Jovan said take Deshaun Watson?
Ooh.
Hey,
Low blow. Low blow, Goots.
That
We're
shit
still
was
hurting
straight
from
green
that
if you
one.
didn't get hurt.
I'm a little hostile after last night. All right, sorry.
Eesh.
Yes. Goots on ground 2 nights in a row to watch pass. Sure.
That's never going
Could be a
again.
good
Double
segment.
piss.
Right? Let's bitch about the O's for a little bit. Let's see if they're frauds or not. Goots, run that shit. Well, I don't know how many people the O's left on base last night, but it surely was a lot. It felt like a million. They could not come through with men on base last night. Shota absolutely shoving with that low fantasy score. It must be just that easy. You just take the guy who's going to the All-Star game, more than fantasy score, and you go about your day. Because that's how yesterday went. Shota, he got the strikeouts when he needed. I feel like the Orioles were putting too much pressure on themselves. I don't know. They did not look comfortable up there at the plate against a lefty. Maybe they just don't like facing lefties as much, but Shota went out there and got the strikeouts when he needed them and left the people on base. That was a frustrating start. 6 hits, 6 innings, a walk, and could not get a single run to cross home plate, Goots. What the hell was that?
They left 10 on base. To be
10?
exact. Mhm.
Eesh.
Double digits
Double
they left on
digits.
base. You know, the O's are trying to
didn't-
avoid
it
a sweep
didn't-
today.
It didn't even feel like that in the stadium. It felt just like moose. Like no one was on base the whole time. That's just what it felt like.
They were there. They just didn't come home.
Yeah.
They did not
All
come
7
home.
to face Shota didn't sniff plate.
Jorge Mateo didn't do anything. He was useless.
You got pinch hit.
Yep. Brutal.
Well,
Absolutely brutal. I should have known he was going to get pinch hit for as soon as they took the lefty out. That was dumb. Oh. Well, gents, are the O's frauds at this point? Is the entire AL East frauds? Because I'm tired
Okay.
of, gassing up this team and then every big series comes around and they get shut out. What the hell's going on?
The worst part is like we're losing and they do the whole 7th inning stretch, Cat and I, Joe, and then the usher in my stand is like doing R, and I'm like, we're losing 4-0. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there just in piss.
This
And I
is
walk
not a
up to the guy,
joke.
I'm like,
This
"You
is not a
should-
game. Yep.
I'm like, you should spell out frauds, not Orioles. That's what you should
People
tell
are too
to
happy.
spell. Yeah.
Goots is fucking dialed in. It's like
Too
he's on the team. Yep.
I'm pissed
Look.
because we sit there like everything's sunshine and rainbows and we're down 4-0.
Yeah, that could be the beers. That could be the beers talking. People are
Could be.
happy. to be out the ballpark in Camden Yards. I can't blame him, but watching that, product on the field, brutal.
Yeah.
Last night, you could tell this team is kind of limping into the All-Star break here. They're not playing their best ball right now, but they're still, 22 games over 500. Goots, what do you think about this team in the AL East? How are their chances still heading into the break?
Well, I've been telling you and Jovan recently that deadlines make or break. Can't have Cole Irvin starting game 3 of the ALDS or the ALCS or the World Series in that matter. So, I don't know. We have to get some pitching. I'm not worried about the bats. They are a little inconsistent, but that happens to every team. So, I mean, it's the pitching. It has to be the pitching. It's a major concern.
They have faced a lot of lefties recently too, and they're like, people don't realize they're terrible against lefties.
Yeah, they're bad.
The Shota's like the one that I had hoped for, but I will be continuing to take lefties. I did it before the start, and I'm going to do it today, taking lefties against them.
No way.
It's because Brandon Hyde is obsessed with lefties because of that right field ball. He's obsessed with them. That's why we draft lefties. That's why we drafted Gunnar. That's why we drafted Adley, switch hitter. I mean, it's just stacked with lefties.
Yeah.
The math checks out. I mean, that wall in left field is no joke, right?
Yeah.
Can we get a Goots wheel challenge again so we have some hope that he'll spin? T-Bone Steak is asking.
Yeah, if they lose tonight, I'll spin the wheel.
No way.
Yeah. I deserve
it. No way, Goots.
I don't think you should do that, Goots.
Are we finally peer pressuring Goots into spinning the wheel?
We're taking off that damn chip, though, if they lose.
We will take off the one chip. It's too spicy. No fun. Yes, we'll put in some Goots-oriented punishments, but let me go ahead and get this on record just one more time because I'm legally obligated to get it here. Goots, if the O's lose tonight, you're spinning the wager wheel.
Yes.
Wow.
I'll spin it. Yeah.
W accountability. Goots is stepping up to the plate. Let's see if he needs it. Maybe his O's will come through for him, right?
Maybe.
In his time of need. Let's hope they do. I think they will today. I'm not on Javon's wavelength here. I like the O's today. We'll see what happens. But
I know it's Albert Suarez, but he's just a weird dude. He'll go out and shove. It's just you never know. I know they're bad against lefties, Justin Steele, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be low scoring, 2-0 win, something like that. Who knows?
I hope so, man. The whole world fading Steele today. Simply can't do it.
Oh,
well,
me included. Great.
When the Orioles aren't sharp, they win. So we'll see.
That's a good point from Goots there. W counter.
They are definitely sharp today, though, I would say.
Yeah, but they're so sharp that they're not sharp.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? They're like the public POD today, so this is when they'll come through. It's when we're the ones that only take them. That's when they never come through. When they're
what do I get if they win?
Get to not spin the wheel.
Yeah, because your O's won a game and you get to relax.
Yeah, probably true.
You get
sounds good to me.
And we'll come up with some better punishments for you on there that are more Goots oriented. Nothing crazy.
Yes, nothing crazy.
I don't even need it. Right? We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Chat, we got some early games starting up here soon. I know I want to talk about some of these teams being frauds and whatnot, but do we want to go over some of these early starts before chat has a conniption and doesn't have plays for these early starts? Do we want to take a peep at some of these 1:10 Eastern start times, Jovan? See if we could talk through and find some winners, see if we can maybe craft up a prize picks for the early slates? I wouldn't mind it. Yeah. Sure. Let's talk about it, and then we'll pivot back and talk about some of the, who's a fraud and whatnot if we have some time. Let's start out in Cincy. We got Hunter Green, who's an all-star somehow, over Jake Irvin. Ridiculous. Absolute snubbage. But we're here. He's an all-star. He's facing Austin Gomber today. And Gomber and the Rockies are catching about 10 cents of steam. The total in this game opened up at 9. Now we're seeing it down to 8.5, but that over is still juicy. Jovan, any angles, thoughts for this first game here?
9 down to 8.5, I think, is pretty interesting. I know Hunter Green's on the mound, so it's kind of making me think that he's going to shove in this game, and the Reds are going to do what they need to do against Gomber, but not absolutely explode. So I think it's probably the Reds in this game. Probably not laying it, or I'm not going to lay it because the game's about to start, but I don't know. It screams like a 5-2, not very exciting game for the Reds. That's what I would think.
All right. We got Elite Gambino coming in, resubbing for 32 months. Love to see that. W Elite Gambino. Any prize pick squares? I do agree that total dropping down makes me kind of like the under. Hunter Green strikeouts are very, very high, but he's facing the Rockies. Any thoughts on his 8.5 strikeouts? I know it's popular.
Yeah, it's popular, and it's high for a reason. I have nothing against it. I think he's going to shove today.
His fantasy score is at 43 as well. That's high.
Very high, which, I mean, the strikeouts are obviously a big part of that, but yeah.
Any other red squares that you saw recently? What about Trent's guy, Rhys Hines, who's up for 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs?
I wouldn't mind Rhys Hines. I think if I had to go to a guy back against the wall in this game, it would probably be Tyler Stevenson again. I know he hit the pretty big home run in the 9th to start the rally for one of our 2 runs that we needed to go to the over. But if there's any guy that I'm taking that's facing a lefty sinker slider pitcher that can't strike guys out, I mean, it simply has to be Stevenson. So I think he's starting to get hot again with what he's done in the last 2 games of the series. Wouldn't mind riding that trend, but I really don't love many hitters in this game, even though they are facing Gomber.
You know what square is looking at me funny up on the boards? Although I do like the under in the game, so I'm not really pressed to take one of these hitters. Why is there that Santiago Espinal hit run RBI square that's up for Cincy? Is that weird?
I don't think it's weird.
You don't think it's weird that that's up?
No, I'm not saying I don't like it, but I mean, it's pretty much always up.
Okay. All right. Maybe I just haven't picked up on it. Should we back Hunter Green fantasy score?
You wouldn't hear any arguments from me.
Neither. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's see if there's any Rockies we want to back. I know people in chat were saying check out.
You'd have that last RBI.
Okay.
He's the one who took us over last night.
Sure. W. Espinal. Yeah, so we can go ahead and stay out for him then. Trent?
Thoughts on my MPC 4-piece?
Let's take a peek.
Go to my Twitter.
Let's see.
4 guys with no profile picture on PP.
Oh, God.
For the early games.
Let's see. Here it is. James Woods. Okay. Sure. You got your guy Rhys Hines, who we were just talking about. You might make this guy a star, Trent. We'll say. Skeens over strikeouts. Yeah. Carson Kelly, sure. Okay. You know, the Paul Skeens one is probably where you lose me. I know you're not surprised. But it is Paul Skeens, and he's Steven Strasburg 2.0, so I'm not going to bitch about it. What do you think, Jovan?
Yeah, I think you lose me on Kelly straight out of the gate.
Why is that?
Well, I think Hunter Green shoves, and Carson Kelly's insanity run might be over.
I do like some Hunter Green action today, looking at his fantasy score.
Hunter Green's not even facing Carson Kelly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Tigers.
Come on now.
Same thing. I'm on the guards.
Now, I will say I do kind of like the guards against the Tigers, and Howard's catching some steam against Flaherty.
I love the
Nats. I love the Natitude, Trent. You're not going to hear any bitching from me, but Mackenzie Gore against the Mets is a death wish. Maybe it's so crazy it just might work, right? It's almost like a contrarian nasty player taken because nobody thinks the Mets are going to lose to the Nats in the series.
Thought that line looked weird.
Yeah, it definitely opened up a little bit weird. Mackenzie always gets a little bit of respect, I feel like, but he always gets moosed, I feel like, by the Mets. And they love hitting lefties. So on a 4-game losing streak.
The third time they're facing him in like a month.
Yeah, they've seen him a lot. I like that Reds play. Could definitely get behind that Reds laying it there. I think Hunter Green goes out there and absolutely shoves. And then the Pirates against the Brew Crew. That's probably where you lose me too, but I don't think I'm going to be betting on the Brew Crew here. Probably just a stay off spot for me. What do we think, Jovan, about those straight bets?
I mean, I am on the Guardians. I love the Guardians. That's probably my favorite play today. So I'm definitely not on the Tigers. I'm good on Mackenzie Gore against the Mets for a third time. The other two, you could talk to me a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just happy you have the Nats and James Wood up there on the board, so you're not going to hear any bitching from me.
We'll see how the early Addy sesh comes through.
Sure. Need it. All right. Jovan, people are talking about this Gomber walk square in chat, so I want to take a peep at it. Is 1.5 walks allowed? Coming off of 3 straight goose eggs. Facing the Reds today. Do we think the Reds could be a little patient, forcing some walks against Gomber, coming off of 3 straight zeros?
Yeah, I could see that. No Ellie in the lineup today either. So, I mean, he's patient when they need him to be, but against lefties, he likes to swing a lot. So maybe that helps. So yeah, I could see it hidden. It's not my
Do you like
favorite, but
okay. Do you like Hunter Green fantasy better, or do you like his strikeouts better?
it's fantasy.
I think I'm with you. I think they get the win today, right?
Yeah, I think they get the win. He goes decently long too. Gets the win.
All right.
Or
if you had to take a book play in that first game, would it be the under?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. What about the Nats and the Mets? Let's go to that game. I want to make sure we get these 3 in that start soon and get some reads out, some angles. Trent just talked about the Nats. My biasness would love to back the Nats today, but they've looked so fucking terrible recently. Jovan, what are you expecting? We've seen Peterson a lot as well. It's not just them facing McKenzie a lot. I think this will be the 3rd time we're facing Peterson this season too. What do you think?
I think it's the Mets again.
Okay.
It's GG's for the Nats.
Shit. Not ideal.
I think I found something that you might think's weird, and that for a Rocky Square.
Yeah.
They have Hilliard up for a half hits, runs, RBIs because he had 2 nukes yesterday.
Yeah. He had 2 nukes yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
I feel like that's something you would want to fade, Krabs.
You know what, Goots? It is.
Yep.
It is. That's a great looking square. Okay. Mm-hmm. So right now in the bank, and I would love to craft up some sort of early, 110 Eastern lineup if possible. I've got that Gomber walks allowed. I got that Hunter Green pitcher fantasy score more than 43, and that Sam Hilliard less than half a hit run RBIs for now. I know we're on crunch time. Jovan thinks it's the Mets. Let's talk about some prize pick squares in this game. Were you looking to back any Mets today, Jovan?
I mean, not really. It's just because with the Mets against lefties, I just don't have a preference. Like, I guess Nimmo exception, because I want to take all the righties, but Nimmo has, Mackenzie Gore has reverse splits. Nimmo's been red hot. You could talk to me about him, but all the other ones are the same. Like Lindor is the same, Vientos is the same, JD Martinez is the same. So I don't really have a preference on any of the Mets.
What about that Harrison Bader 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs?
Could be air.
Coming off an 0 for 4 with a strikeout.
Yeah.
Is that kind of weird that that's up?
It's another one of those that's up pretty often, so I don't know how weird it is, but
okay.
Potentially.
We got a Jay Vogel resub, 21 months. That's a seasoned vet right there. WJ Vogel. Appreciate that. All right, well, before we really lock into prize picks, I want you to talk about your Guardians play, because you said that's one of your favorite plays of the day today, and that starts up in 10 minutes. I want to give you the floor. Sell me the Guardians as I lock them in on the ML and tell you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like the line's pretty telling in this game, too. Like, looking at Jack Flaherty, only minus 120. Spencer Howard, his last start was, or quote-unquote start, was against the Dodgers when he was still on the Giants, and he gave up, I think, 7 runs, and then he immediately got released, and now he's here on the Guardians for probably a pretty short start. He's probably going to be him in a bullpen game, which the Guardians are one of the only teams that I'm really excited to back a bullpen game with because it's so good. So I think he's going to be fine. Seeing Steam get his way to a Guardians team who's also without Naylor today. Josh Naylor is not in the lineup. I thought was pretty telling. But on the other side too, Jack Flaherty has been seen a lot by a lot of this lineup, even without Naylor, and he's coming off of the IL. He hasn't pitched in 2 weeks, and he got an injection in his back or whatever it was, and he's probably going to be a little limited today, it seems, especially with the All-Star break looming. I don't know what they're going to do or what his plan is for that. But a lot of these strikeout heavy pitchers, the Guardians, they do their thing against. That's what they're built for. So a guy like Jack Flaherty, I think they get to pretty early in this game. And that's why, they're plus 100 is what the line's sitting at now, even without one of their best hitters, the guy who's in the All-Star game. So I like it a lot. I think Spencer Howard in the bullpen deal. I think Flaherty has a tough time if we're talking squares for this game. I think it's not a bad idea for a little Jack Flaherty flayed either, especially because I think his leash might be a little short.
What were you thinking? His pitching outs at 17? His
Could
fantasy
be.
score, keeping it simple?
His pitching outs happens to be Twitter POD today. That's the one Zach Gallen that even before you went to sleep, you saw a million of those on the feed.
Right.
I don't mind just taking his fantasy score though, because I kind of want to fade the K's when it comes to the Guardians too, because the first time he faced him, he actually pitched pretty well. He got, 6 strikeouts. And what do you know today? His line on the books is like 4.5 juiced over, which I think is a little odd that it's not at least near what he got in that first start, especially without Josh Naylor in the lineup. So I think I just want to encompass it all.
I'm with you. Let's fade his fantasy score. All right. Because that's strikeouts. Yeah, it's looking very low as well against a team that loves putting the ball in play. Sign me up.
And I mean, it should be low against the Guardians. It makes sense. It's just, I mean, now without Naylor, it's even weirder. Why is Alex Jackson on my screen, Gage?
Oh,
I don't know. It just popped up.
Unbelievable,
From Flaherty. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Well, right now I've got 5 squares that are cooking right now in the queue, Jovan.
Okay.
We got that Austin Gomber, more than 1.5 walks allowed. We got Hunter Green, more than pitcher fantasy score. We got that Harrison Bader, more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Sam Hilliard, less than half a hit, run, RBI. And Jack Flaherty, less than fantasy score. Do you want to take out one of the guys who we already have somebody in for that game and cut it down to a 4-piece? Or do you want to try to get cute and add one more and make it a 6-guyser?
I think we go with a 4-piece. It's the early
4-piece?
games. We don't need to reach too much.
I'm with you. Reel me back in. Good. We got 2 pitchers in that Rockies and Cincy game. If you're not loving the Gomber square, we can take it out if you think it's too cute. It's definitely a nasty crab square. I also wouldn't mind taking out that Bader square.
I would not mind either of those being taken out.
My gut tells me take out Harrison Bader.
Okay.
I think your gut's telling you something different, though.
I mean, my gut's telling me Gomber, but the square is so nasty that I just might have to tip my cap and put it in.
You want to let the juice decide? Should I take a peep?
Juice is definitely on the under quite a bit.
Juice, it's minus 115 to the over, minus 120 to the under. Okay.
Ooh, that did move. I know it was heavy to the under a little bit ago. I don't know. That's it. The walk squares are your realm, Krabs. You tell me.
I think we keep it in there. I think we take out Bader. Is that Bader square weird at all, or is that pretty standard?
No, that's pretty standard.
Yeah, let's take that out. I think we go 2 more thens, 2 less thens for the early slate. Gomber, more than 1.5 walks allowed. Hunter Green, more than 43 pitcher fantasy score. Sam Hilliard, less than half a hit, run, RBI. And Jack Flaherty, less than fantasy score.
God, it's a gross 4-piece.
And I'm also on the Guardians ML with you. I just locked it in. I got plus 110. WCLV.
Sure.
WCLV. Anybody else you want to add into that? Any other opinions, comments, thoughts, chat? Anything from you guys? Let me know. We will be counting our guap, Krabs. Yeah, Slippin' Jimmy, that's the goal. That is the goal. All right, I think we stick with that 4-piece. I'm in. I'm locking it in as we speak. I'll send the link in here as well. All right, but it looks like Goots is on his shit right now. He's got it pulled up. Little 4-piece for you guys for the early slate. All right, nothing crazy. Gootsy, I'll send you the link. Okay. Jovan, any other points? Any recommendations? Any thoughts for these 3 games starting up, right now in 2 minutes? I guess the best angle would be the Guardians ML, right?
Yeah, not too crazy about the rest of the games, but yeah, the Guards.
Don't worry, we're going to talk about this, Drew. We're going to talk about it. All right.
Dude, it's Justin Steele's birthday.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. That's crazy. Fading him on his birthday, dudes.
Yeah, GG.
I don't know how I feel about that one. All right. Goots, I just dropped the Prize Picks link in our group chats. If you want to spam it in the chat for the people for that 4-piece, it starts up in 2 minutes as we get a subby from Glitch824 coming in. What we naming the baby? Glitch said. I don't know what that means. I'll just let that splooge off to the sides. We got Jay Vogel resubbing as well. For 21 months, Jay Vogue, a seasoned vet. Sure. All right, here's a link for you guys. W's. Do we want to wait to talk about Skeens? We got plenty of time for Skeens versus Savali. That doesn't start up until after BTL ends. We got gobs of time, Jovan.
Yeah,
Plenty of it. You want to go sharp report, or you want to talk about some MLB teams we think could be frauds or not?
We'll do that first. We can do fraud teams first.
Sure.
Sharp report. We've already given what's starting on the sharp report.
Dubs. Yep. Let's talk about some teams we think might be some frauds. All right. We just went over and bitched about the Orioles. Talked about their loss last night. We were all over Faden Shota. He came through and delivered, held them to 0 runs. Look at that entire AL East right now, Jovan. The O's, even after that loss, are still 2 games up on the Yankees because the Yankees are absolute quail meat, even after their win last night. They're terrible. They're a joke. They've fallen off. The Red Sox, a team who nobody believed in at all before the season, is showing serious heart. Their offense is here. Their pitchers have overperformed. It's been very impressive that they're 9 games over 500 at this point. They might play themselves into going out and getting some guys at the deadline. Your Rays somehow behind them, under 500 still. I'm waiting for them to really kick it up into gear here. They're running out of time. And Toronto is just an absolute joke and a fraud. We already know that. But, Jovan, my point is, the majority of these teams in the AL East, they kind of look like frauds to me. What do you think?
I agree. The Orioles are struggling. Their bats, their whole lineup is in the All-Star game, and they can't hit. Whole lineup pretty much is starting in the All-Star game, and they can't hit. The Yankees, talking about frauds, looks like their whole pitching staff is on that trajectory right now, and nobody other than Judge can really hit for that team. So they're falling off a cliff. The Red Sox are going to cool down eventually. They have, there's a drastic difference. Like the Orioles and the Yankees have a very easy schedule remaining. Like the Rays have the hardest, and the Red Sox have the 5th hardest. So talking about the gap being closed by the Red Sox, as much as I do like the Red Sox, and I don't think it's just a fluke that they're up here, that gap ain't getting any closer. No.
You're out on the 35-1 sprinkle?
Yeah, I'm out on that. Okay. And I still think the Red Sox are good, but there's a drastic difference. They're playing a much tougher schedule, and it's not just by a couple spots. The Red Sox have the 5th hardest, and the Yankees are down at 27th. So the Yankees, even if they are shit like they are now, they're going to have plenty of opportunity to get it together, and the Orioles are down there too. So I would say it's going to be a 2-man race, just like we expected at the beginning of the season, but I'm just so not sold on really any of these teams at the moment.
Well, it looks like the Nats game just started up. Trent must have just put it on. Sure. God. And also, yes, Jay Miller, Mets, Guardians, Brew Crew. I definitely like all those plays. I'm on the Guardians myself. I didn't fade my Nats, but I like the Mets. And I do like the Brew Crew. I could be convinced on the Brew Crew. We're going to talk about that one here in a little bit. We got some time. What did CJ Abrams do, bruh? I'm assuming he did something stupid. I'm pulling that game up right now as we speak. I can't be missing that game. Stupid ground out. Yeah. All right. Lane Thomas back in the 2-hole against a lefty. They moved him back to the 6-hole. Guards look good. Oh, no. What are the guards already doing? Trent's chirping.
Dude, it's 2 outs.
There's no way. 2 at-bats. Literally 2 at-bats.
Lane Thomas with a base knock. There we go, Lane Train. Look, we know Lane Thomas is a little bit overrated, but he has an absolute cannon in right field. And he can still hit lefties. I don't care what anybody says. He can still hit lefties. He's good at it.
He does still do that.
He can do that. God, he's been struggling, though.
Oh, that's got to be rolled. I hope that's rolled for Trent Chirpin.
I don't think you can roll James Woods.
Oh, just ground out.
Yeah, no way. Grounds out to shortstop. I wonder if that was a crazy play. Nobody was covering second base, or else it would have been an out at second, but we'll take that. Move the runner over. Small ball. That's small ball right there. Hunter Green, 3 Ks to start the game off? No way.
No, two.
Okay.
2 hitters, 2 Ks.
Okay. Good. Brendan Rodgers striking out. Oh, I love some day game action here, chat, that we get to sweat out during the show. Time to wrap up the James Wood experiment. Dude. Actually, say it more. Yes. I agree, Trent. Say it more. Although I would love to see James Wood actually try to elevate a baseball instead of trying to just get these fucking ground balls.
That would be huge.
But again, our hitting coach thrives off of ground balls. He prefers them. So stupid. J-Ram in the Derby should be solid value, sure. It's a new day, Trent. How are you still drowning in piss? He's just bitching about the game starting up right now. Big series tomorrow in Baltimore.
I will say about this, it would be the most Orioles thing to get swept by the Cubs and then go ahead and sweep the Yankees.
Yeah.
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 I'm
Although
excited
at
to
some
see that
point,
series price.
the Yankees are going to start doing something.
Probably.
Hopefully not yet. I mean, David
Mhm.
Peterson just threw that ball into the fucking outfield. I've never seen a worse pickoff move. Holy smokes. Lane Thomas to third.
Peterson.
We'll see if we can we can see if we can get a run here. All right. How does Krabs not know Trent by now? What does that mean, Bray? Trent chalks plays after 10 seconds. I know, John. I do too, and I think it's funny. I like it. I burn him, saying the Orioles suck dick, Goots. See, I disagree. They don't suck dick. They're just a little fraudulent right now. All right, I think they'll still be okay. Jovan, I also didn't hear you talk about your Rays enough. Are they frauds? Yeah, I'm not even gonna address that comment.
Crazy.
Are your Rays frauds? Are they toast? Are you calling it? Are you chalking the season?
They're fine. They just won't be able to close the gap in the division. Like they're probably, okay. I think by the end of the season, they're going to be in like neck and neck with where the Red Sox are right now, which I mean, what'll it mean in terms of the division? Probably nothing, but they're still going to be in wild card conversations.
Okay. You can never count the Rays out. As Hunter Green gets his third K, W's for the fantasy score there, gents. Love that.
Huge.
We'll see if Jesse Winker could do
the Rays are going to
there.
make some interesting moves too. I'm really excited.
What do you think they're going to do? What are you predicting?
Well, they're going to sell and buy. So like Eflin's going to be gone. I can almost guarantee that. He's going to be gone because Springs is coming back. So they're going to sell him and get whatever piece that's probably going to be a bat needed. So they're basically like what they're doing this season, just like what they did with Savali. They sign these guys to contracts and they're going to offload them for injury replacements because they don't need them anymore and get a little more exciting pieces back. So one of those is probably going to be a bullpen arm. One of those is going to be a bat. So I'm pretty excited for what they're going to do there. And hopefully Wander gets convicted by that time of the trade deadline. Who knows how that's going to go? Because I would get money off the books. So they'd have a little more spending power too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not giving up on your Rays. They always find a way to nestle themselves in the conversation in the postseason towards the end of the year. I'm not giving up on them yet. Who the fuck is Riley Adams? Bro, how do you not know Big Riley? How do you not know? He's our backup catcher. Would Krabs slob knob for a Patrick Corbin Cy Young trophy? Just curious. No, Ben, I would not. Since we won a 2019 World Series, no need to slob knob for Patrick Corbin Cy Young.
He's already on restricted list. You're not paying him. I don't know if you guys know how the contracts work, but that's not how it works. They're not paying him for the time being, but they still owe him all that guaranteed money at some point if he doesn't get convicted. So the charge was a start, but it doesn't mean anything in the end unless he gets convicted, which is a challenge in the DR.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I've got no clue. All right, Nats. Gosh, they cannot put a run up there for Trent. Brutal. W. Preston. Love my BTO, my G's. Sure. We're here to please. We're here to give you winners. Okay, that's simple. Lock the fuck in, Gore. Yep. All that is very confusing, not going to lie. Yeah.
It is.
No, I'm with you. Jovan, any other teams?
It's the first hitter, Krabs.
Wow. Wait, what? 0-2 Gomber, 0-3. Does he mean 3-0? I'm assuming
3-0, 3-1 now to India.
Shit. Let me know. Keep me updated. He better not take that fucking bat off his shoulders till he gets to 3-2.
And walk.
Let's go. There we go. Come on, Jovan. Trust in the plums. That Gomber square was looking at me funny. Let's get one more. Job's not done. Job's not finished.
It's huge.
Okay? I can't get over how Abrams went on a 47 out of 51 stolen bases last year, and I think he's 14 for 24. Yeah, brutal. But remember, those were all in the second half. We'll see if he can do it again. All right. Jovan, before we move on to the Sharp Report here in a moment, any other teams in the American League that you think are frauds? I know we just kind of roasted the AL East. We called them all frauds. Any other teams in the Central or West that you wanted to shout out as potential frauds?
I mean, the Royals, unfortunately. As much as we love the Royals, I mean, the bats, they've had their Linsanity moment. The pitching is god-awful. At least the bullpen is a lot worse than the starting pitching. So when we get through the second half of the season, I think you're not going to be talking about them nearly as much, which is unfortunate because we love the Royals. But the bottom of that lineup sucks. And the bullpen, I would say I have more faith in the Rockies bullpen in situations than the Royals bullpen. And The numbers are not that far off.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say something crazy here. I think the Mariners are frauds, and they're in first place.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm looking up odds to see what their, to miss the playoffs odds are here. I'm trying to find them. I think the Mariners are frauds. I'm not going to lie to you. Not that they're not good. They're okay. I wouldn't say they're great, but I've already seen it as we get down the stretch, as we get to crunch time, as we see some veteran squads start to pick it up like the Astros. Even the Rangers are starting to play a little bit better now. You start to see teams, young squads like the Mariners, who really got out to a great start, kind of fizzle out a little bit. And we see this from the Mariners almost every season. I'm expecting the same thing once again this year, right? Houston already only 2 games back. They're going to take over the AL West. I think you lock in your futures now. They're going to win that shit. It's not going to be the Rangers. It's not going to be the Angels or A's. You don't got to worry about them. And I really don't think it's going to be the Mariners either. I think their young core of pitchers, they're on the right track. They've got a couple guys going to the All-Star game. That's good for them. Cal Raleigh's absolutely electric, hitting 2 home runs in a single game. That's great and all. But, Julio Rodriguez, sure, he's starting to heat up, but he's been moose shit overall this entire season. I just don't think they have enough offense for where they go on the roads down the stretch at the end of the season. And once it becomes playoff time, if they do make it, to do anything on the road. Because this team is a home field merchant, in my opinion. And they only really play well in Seattle. And they don't scare me away from their home field at all. I think their offense is very, very overrated. I think most people could agree they're not great, but I think they're poor, to be completely honest with you. They cannot rely on their young arms to get them into the playoffs. They're going to start falling off once they get those miles up towards the end of the season. I want to sell high on the Mariners and continue to buy stock on the Astros. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think the Mariners are frauds, boys. I do. Sorry, Mikey. I think they're frauds.
I agree to a degree. Pitching is going to keep them in damn near every game, especially when they're at home. But I do have to point out, somebody did say it's the Mariners have the second easiest schedule remaining in baseball.
Now, is that just because their division is such moose shit, though? And they play a lot of their teams in the division?
No, because the teams are pretty vastly different, where they are. Because the Astros are directly middle of the league, and then I guess the rest of them are right around that same point. It's like the A's are 14th, and the other teams are around there. The Mariners are pretty far away from everybody else in the division. But while we're there, the only team who has an easier schedule in the Mariners rest of the season?
Who?
Cincinnati Reds.
Wow. Would you look at that?
Yeah.
Are you willing to put your name on the line, put your meat on the tape to make a statement and say that the Reds are not dead yet?
So far from dead, especially at that division. I mean, not that it's saying all that much because they're not separated by very many games, but if I'm taking a team out of the Cards, Pirates, Cubs, Reds for the rest of the season, it is the Reds, and it's not even close.
Yep. God, this is a good NL Central this year, man. The Pirates are competitive with their young core. The Cardinals are kind of back. The Brew Crew, they're always good. They're the Brew Crew. They win. Yeah. The Reds are in last place, and they're still pretty solid. We might have had a Brandon Nimmo nuke here. And a great play by James Wood at the wall. Let's go, James. What a play by James Woods. And Riley Green. Tigers have a lead. Okay. Guardians are cake. It's as simple as waking up and taking the squarest, most simple-minded plays of the day.
Krabs. Yep. You've been through 3 batters.
Howard has thrown some meat.
Chalk it.
You've been through 3 batters, Krabs.
It's done. Chalk it. It's over. Okay. Right now, the Mariners to miss the playoffs are plus 155. I wouldn't mind a little sprinkle on that at plus chicken.
I don't know if they're missing the playoffs, Krabs.
Yeah.
I think they can, I think your best shot to fade them the rest of the season is take Astros to win the division because the Rangers are not winning that division, and the Rangers are terrible. Then obviously the Angels and A's aren't doing it. So I think you're better off buying the Astros surge than taking them to miss the playoffs altogether.
Yeah, that's fair. And you could still get the Astros at plus 105 to win the AL West. And the Mariners are still favorites to win that AL West. But the odds just keep getting closer and closer every time I check. Eventually it's going to be flipped. We're going to see the Astros as favorites. if you haven't locked in some sort of Astros future, chat, now could be the time. You could still grab them at plus 105 to win the AL West. I'm in.
There you go.
No way the Rockies get out of this. Oh, God. And Mackenzie Gore is all over the place too, but we'll see what he can do. Chat, keep me updated. We need a Gomber walk. We need Hunter Green to shove, right? We need Sam Hilliard to not do shit. We need Flaherty to get mucked up. That's going to be the one.
I'll tell you what, you're probably not getting a walk from the bottom of this lineup for the Reds.
Okay.
So you might as well wait till India and Steer come back up.
All right. Well, let's hop over to the sharp report.
Slater ain't walking. Reese ain't walking. Yeah, let's go to sharp report.
Okay. I'm in. Sign me up. And Reds plus 650 to make the playoffs. That could be worth a little sprink and bank. I wouldn't mind it. You going to run it back this year, Jovan?
I might, just for the vibes.
Okay.
But I genuinely think it has a shot again.
Sheesh. That'd be crazy. All right. Let's lock in. Let me go over some of these plays. All right. I'm going to go over the Giants, and then we'll go to Jovan's play. But give me San Francisco. Last night, everybody on earth, all the sharps were on San Francisco. I don't blame them. I like them as well. And they blew it. They blew it to the Blue Jays. They got emasculated in that game, you could say. Embarrassing loss. Now we got Jordan Hicks, the young gunner who throws the heck out of the ball, whose prize pick squares make it look like he's going to have a legacy season or a legacy game today against Kevin Gausman, big name guy who's been moose shit this season. Okay, the over is getting steamed up to minus 115 in this game, which makes me feel like Gausman's not going to be great. But I do like Hicks's squares on prize picks. It makes me feel like he's going to go out there and do his job today. And I want to back the Giants catching 15 cents of steam after that embarrassing loss last night. I think they get right. And I think they hand Toronto, who loves facing lefties. I know they were able to pull off a win against the righty and Logan Webb last night, but this team was a lefty hitting merchant, in my opinion. I think Hicks goes in there and absolutely deals, shuts them down, and that's why the Giants are catching steam and they're up to minus 130 in this spot. I'll back them. Give me the ML.
Yeah, I hate this game because I just have a bad feeling about it. So I think the Giants are clearly the play looking at the line, but then I think of Kevin Gausman and how many times we've faded him at home because he's so bad at home. The dude is nails on the road, which worries me, especially in San Francisco. And you remember, I don't know if you paid attention to the first game of this series, but everybody took the over. They're just like, I have no idea how this is at 7.5 with Blake Snell and I forget who else was pitching, Kikuchi maybe. It's the same thing again today, which concerns me a lot.
Facing his former team too.
Yeah, that worries me.
All right,
but
we'll see how it plays out. I'm sticking to my guns. I do like the Giants. Let's go to your board. I want to hear one of your sell
my first one was the guards, but we can collab on the second play because we have the same second play.
Yeah, tell me about your Rays. What do you like about them today?
Rays in the Trop. We know we got Nestor on the mound. Nestor is on the road, especially, and he's had a lot of struggles against the Rays in the Trop, especially in his last couple starts. But he's had his struggles on the road in general, and now he gets to face one of the best lefty hitting teams, surprisingly, in like the last month in baseball, in the Rays. And part of that's not for no reason. With who they have between Yandy, Randy, Rosario, like everybody they stack at the top of that lineup, and even at the bottom now, like it's a lot of righties. So it's really tough for lefties, and they have seen them a lot. And the thing that Nestor does really, really well, actually, against all teams, he makes them uncomfortable. He makes them take interesting swings. I don't know. He gets them down in the count early. The Rays, when they face Nestor, especially the guys that have seen him a lot, they either swing first pitch at a fastball that is exactly what they're looking for, or they work them into very deep counts, which is why the Rays, surprisingly, people wouldn't think this, they have the second most pitches per plate appearance in baseball. So they see a lot of pitches. So I think the same could happen with Nestor today, and that's good for your walk square that I think is on your sharp report in that section too.
Sure.
But yeah, we get Nestor on the road against a team that's killing lefties right now. I kind of set myself up that I was going to take the Rays in both the games that are facing lefties in this series. And the first one they did well early against Rodon. I think it's the same thing today, and they take the series. So I am taking them, and I'm taking quite a few guys on the Rays roster.
Is that a Juan Yepez? Oh my God, almost a nuke from Juan Yepez. Literally an inch away from the fucking wall, from the top of the wall.
Yepez, him.
Juan Yepez almost just hit a fucking nuke. He's been great for the Nats offensively. Talk about the slowest guy I've ever seen in my life. Don't care, though. Better than Joey Meneses. He hits. That's all I care about. He hits. Great piece there by Juan Yepez. Another veteran that got brought in by Mike Rizzo. Mike Rizzo gets so much hate for no reason. He brings in these guys like Jesse Winker, Nick Senzel. That one didn't work out. Not all of them do. Eddie Rosario, who, by the way, Eddie Rosario has already spawned onto the Braves the day after we cut him.
Yeah.
Dude, I was watching the games down on vacation over the 4th of July. I saw we cut Eddie Rosario. I'm happy. I'm like, this guy was a cancer to our locker room. I feel like he was a spy. It was like when Scherzer went to the Mets, right? It just didn't feel right. The guy stunk. We cut him. Within 24 hours, he's on the Braves in their starting lineup again. That might have been an inside job. Straight up.
Might have been. Honestly.
Because that's just absurd how that played out. Ridiculous how that played out. Eddie Rosario hitting 150. Getting brought onto his former team, immediately back in the starting lineup. That goes to show you how the Braves are feeling right now. Okay? They're not legit. They're struggling. They're looking for answers. Right?
Yeah,
They're calling up Eddie Rosario again. I bet he did. He'll probably hit 400 the rest of the year, dudes.
He probably will.
Probably hit 400. He'll probably win MVP. Yep.
Yeah. Apparently his numbers against the NL West are like really good. Because who are they playing right now? They're playing the Padres. Yeah. Apparently his numbers are like so good against the NL West.
Okay. Maybe that's why they picked him up for now.
Yeah, maybe he'll fall off a cliff after this.
Luis Garcia trying to beat out a ground ball. They called him safe. I think they might overturn that, though. We got 1st and 3rd, no outs for the Nats. Top of the 2nd. There we go. Jovan, great sell job. Let's reel this back in here. I know we only got 30 minutes. Great sell job on the Rays. Anything else I can add? I mean, I want to fade the heck out of Nestor Cortez on the road. Not rocket science. That dude stinks. Yankees coming off that big win last night. I think the Rays salvage the series and get the win against their rival, who I still think are some of the biggest frauds in baseball. Until we see differently, until we see Aaron Judge wake up and start doing shit as well, this team has zero chance. Where's their offense coming from? Juan Soto can't do it all himself. Aaron Judge isn't hitting right now.
Yeah.
Nobody can do anything. Their offense is moose shit. You got Baz almost down to a pick 'em now. The more I look at this game, every time I look at it, I see the Rays are getting more line respects. It's almost to a pick 'em. Hunter Green, 6 strikeouts.
6 batters, 6 Ks. We love that. He's mucky.
That's absurd. Yeah, that's absurd. We take those in this economy. Are you kidding me? We take those every day.
We take those.
Dubs. Gosh, man. The Rays, every time I look at them, Jovan, they're getting more line respect. They're almost to a pick 'em now. -104, I'm seeing consensus. With Baz on the bump, who I believe got rocked in his first outing since he got pulled back up, but this is one of your big prospects, right?
Yeah, he can get rocked. He was good. Like, he did what every Rays pitcher seems to do. He had like 1 bad inning, but other than that, he was
got
really
a quality
good.
start.
Yeah.
He did get a quality start? Okay.
The 1 bad inning, and I mean, they weren't winning the game anyway because they couldn't score. So it's kind of a helpless start, it felt like. But now I think he's definitely getting the run support. And I'll tell you this, it's not on the Sharp report because he has no regular squares up. Shocker. But, the guy who owns Nestor by far the most out of the Rays lineup is the guy who's leading off. And I think last time he faced Nestor, it was leadoff home run on the first pitch. Yandy is going to go insane. So I'll be taking him. He has a couple demons up that I'll be investing in, but it's the reason why he has no regular squares up, even though they're priced very normally, except for this run square, which is a leadoff run square, which I don't like. But he has like 1.5 bases up all the time, but it's -110 today. It's not on the board. I bet it's only jumped to a demon at 3.5 for obvious reasons. So yeah, he's going to own Nestor tonight, but the other squares on the board that I am of course taking.
All right. We got Craig Boogie coming in, resubbing for 23 months. Love that. W. Craig. W. Rays play. Hopefully they keep getting steam, Jovan. I'm all in on backing Yandy and your boys to get a win and fading the Yanks and Nasty Nestor on the road, who is more than fadeable. Knock on wood. All right?
Yeah.
Dubs. Flaherty 6 up, 6 down. Flaherty dealing. Yeah, we're going to need him to stop that because if he doesn't, we're fucked. On our straight bet, on our prize picks, chalk it.
6 hitters.
We got Trey Lipscomb up to the dish for the Nats, who really cannot hit well, but
he's bad.
1st and 3rd. Yeah. Well, Brady House is the future. That's all that matters. And he'll be in the futures game for the All-Star game down there in Dallas, which is sick. But Trey Lipscomb, great defender. 3-2 count. Let's see if he can actually get a hit when it matters with people on base. And he's found him off. He's fighting. Can't say he's not trying.
Yeah, now he's cake.
And is he out?
Okay.
Okay. Literally can't do anything. You have to put the ball in play. Situational baseball. He knows nothing about it. Zero about situational baseball. Embarrassing. God, give me the fucking bats. Unbelievable. All right. Let's finish up these couple plays here.
I don't know if
all right, I want to talk.
Yeah, bat going over 2 in softball, but.
Well, we don't need to talk about that yet. Okay, because I'm hurt. Let's finish up the sharp report and we'll go to that, Goots. W's.
Yeah,
Let me talk about the snakes.
No pun intended.
Yep. Let me bring it back to the snakes here late night, just like last night. Okay. Guys, I want to buy stock in this team like I've been telling you for the last couple of days. I want to buy stock in the snakes who, once again, barely underdogs against a much better pitcher for Atlanta. What does this look like? The exact same shit from last night. You got Brandon Pfaadt, who's moose shit just like Sassoni, although Pfaadt's actually been a little bit better recently. And then you got Max Fried on the bump, who's actually way better than Charlie Morton. And they're still barely favorites against Arizona. You know why? Because Arizona is going to get back to 500 tonight. They're a hungrier team right now. Atlanta is limping into the All-Star break. They don't know what's going on. They're seeing the Phillies just continue to thrive. This team is really, hurting from these injuries they've had this season. This Braves team, 11 games over 500, they're frauds. I'm going to say it. They're frauds. All right. I like Arizona. I like the way they're trending. They get back to 500 today. I want to back Pfaadt barely as an underdog at plus 100 against this fraudulent Atlanta team that people think is the same squad from the last couple seasons. Besides Marcell Ozuna hitting nukes, everyone else on that team is taking a step back. Every single player. Relatively. Every single one.
Pretty much.
They stink. They're frauds. They're overrated. I need to see it. I haven't seen it. All right. Give me the Diamondbacks. Give me the plus chicken ML. They're at home. Look, we saw a save last night, a rare save from our guy. Maybe he comes out and gets another one tonight. Sketchy. Very sketchy. But I cannot resist this under 500 team against a wagon in the Braves, barely plus chicken with Brandon Pfaadt on the bump against Max Fried. Ridiculous. Absurd.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down. I kind of told myself before the series started. I think I tweeted about it too in the preview. Just like this series, I don't know which way you slice it. It's probably going to split. And I intended on betting that this way. I joined you on the D-backs yesterday, and I think I'm going to do it again today. So I'm in. I mean, this line is gross. Max Fried has been not great to righties. People don't realize, especially like lately, he's really struggled against a bunch of teams that have brought a bunch of righties out. And that's exactly what the D-backs are going to do. They're hitting lefties decently, especially ones that are not Chris Sale, not heavy strikeout lefties, which Max Fried is. So I think he's going to go up a lot of contact today, and that's not good for him. So I think that's the reason why we're seeing the line look like it does.
Dude.
Gratitude.
Yeah. GG guards, GG Nats. Okay. You got first and third, no outs. And two batters who are contact hitters in Trey Lipscomb and Jacob Young can't even sniff a baseball. Embarrassing. Call Dylan Cruz up. He's ready. Get Jacob Young out of here. Come on. Now we got to rely on CJ against a lefty, who he does prefer actually statistically, but we'll see how long those reverse splits last, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Take me to the over in Anaheim. What do you like about that? What do you like about runs?
Yeah, so I guess I'll start with Kachanowicz, who is coming up for the Angels, a guy that nobody must know, but seeing a lot of his Ks in the feed, 100% disagree. It's weird because he's a guy, I read into him a little bit. He's coming up, skip AAA, he's coming straight up from AA. He sits like 97, 98 with his fastball, like gets up to 100, but has no strikeout stuff, which does not make sense. And there's a reason to it. After I've watched him pitch, he throws the fastball, but his breaking stuff is like, it looks like a third grader's throwing it. It's big and it's like looping and super slow. So like everybody's on a strikeout today because the Mariners strike out against everybody. I don't think that's going to be the case today. And for my sharp report square, I was about to put his less than Ks in there before it got taken off the board for a couple of reasons. Like I don't think he's going to have to strike out the Mariners or going to strike out the Mariners very much. And his leash is also probably going to be pretty short. So it's going to be like a Roansy Contreras start, maybe like where he goes 3 innings, depending on how it goes, maybe 4, I guess. And then it's the Angels bullpen the rest of the way. I think Kachanowicz struggles a lot. I think the Mariners destroy him in the start. And then if it gets to the Angels bullpen after that, I mean, feed me runs. The Mariners can put up however many they want. As much as I don't like that offense, they're not in Seattle. So I feel like I can trust them a little more. Same goes for the Angels, who I think I saw what I wanted to see from the Angels offense in that Rangers series. I kind of had a theory going into it that maybe this team was just going to be really bad on the road and much, much better at home. They were going to be one of those teams. And what do you know? After they had a road series or a road stand where they put up literally negative runs, they came back home in games that they honestly didn't have great matchups in, against Scherzer, against John Gray. Larenton was a little better of a matchup because he's reverse splits, but they put up runs when nobody really expected them to, myself included, for the John Gray start. So they showed some life at home, and I think that's going to continue. And against Luis Castillo today, weirdly, he's like a guy that is pretty similar to like Max Scherzer and a little bit to John Gray too. So maybe they just see these type of pitchers very well. Obviously, they're decently familiar with them throughout that lineup. They have guys that have seen him in that division. So I think they make it really tough today for the Mariners too. So I think this is definitely going to be a moose start for Kachanowicz, or however you see his name. And I don't think Castillo is pitching a gem either. And then if this gets a lot of Angels bullpen too, good luck.
Dude, hell of a sell job. The best one of the day by far, first off. And I'm down to back the Mariners bats today, facing that moose shit pitcher. Typically I wouldn't be, but on the roads against him, I'm in.
Yeah.
I just watched the Nats strike out 3 at-bats in a row after getting a guy on first and third, no outs. Talk about no situational awareness. They don't play baseball either. They're right in there with the Yankees. They just go up there and fucking swing. They have zero approach at the plate. Zero. Zip. None. They go up there and they fucking take pitches right down the cock vein, or they swing at pitches in the fucking dirt against David Peterson, making him look like Randy Johnson up there on the mound. This guy has shoved against us 3 times this year now. David Peterson? David Peterson. David Peterson fucking sucks. And he's making us look like we're a single A baseball team. The fuck are we doing, man? God. First and third, no outs, hit a ground ball to the right sides, take the double play, and score the fucking run and go about your day. You get the fastest team in baseball and you don't play small ball when you're at the plate with your approach. The dumbest shit. The dumbest shit. If you're gonna take the small ball approach and steal bases and hit ground balls and hit the ball the other way and use contact and not power and not hit nukes and lower your launch angle, then do it 100%. Play situationally. Don't be like the Yankees and think you could just hit fucking nukes and have CJ Abrams go up there and just hit a bomb, a tank every time. It doesn't work. You got to play the game. Shit.
Must.
Nats are dead, man. Ratitudes.
They're struggling, dude.
Ratitudes.
They're struggling.
Stupid Tiger's going to walk one in now? I don't think so.
There.
I see bottom second.
Not even pitching. Guards are pitching.
God damn it. Bases are loaded. Not good. Not good. Guards need to get out of this, or it could be an early one. One. Yep. James Wood will save us. I hope so, Scooby. I really hope so. 3-1 count. Great. Great. Jovan, let's talk about some prospect squares, can we?
Sure.
Let's talk about some squares. You down? Would you look at that and earn run square? Unless you're taking the less than, I don't want to hear shit. That goes for everyone. Unless you're taking the less than, I don't want to hear shit, because I will have plenty of coins on the more than. I'm fading Justin Steele. I don't care if everybody's doing it. It doesn't matter. I'm backing the O's bats after getting a shutout and taking Justin Steele, who's minus 120 on the books, as the Guardians walk in a run. Walk in a run with the bases loaded. Are you shitting me?
Let's get out of it, and I'm about to double down.
No, you're not double dipping.
After this inning, I am double dipping.
Anyways, Justin Steele, on his birthday, is giving up 3 or more runs. I hate to do it. I know he's a friend of the program. I know he's a big fan of Trent's, right? They got that cool picture last year. Money's green, and I can't ignore it. I can't stay away. I got to go to my best guns. I got to go to my fastball here and trust my guts on plays I know are turning green. All right. And right now it's Justin Steele, more than earned runs. It's juicy on the books. I like the O's matchup. Even against a lefty who they don't typically have success again. They did see a lefty for the first time in a minute yesterday, and they'll probably have some of those same guys in the lineup once again today. Maybe they do something when they dropped a goose egg last night. I like betting on that motivational aspect, not just the X's and O's. And this is one for the O's to wake up and get another chance against a lefty. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I can't say I'm with you on that one, Krabs.
You taking the less than?
I planned on taking his fantasy score.
Oh my God.
And I'm probably going to do that.
And the Tigers are grubbing. Matt Vierling fan account. It's always Matt Vierling.
Matt Vierling. Oh, you only got one.
Might be the clutchest hitter in baseball. Still doubling down? Yeah, maybe hold those comments for now.
I'm waiting till the end of this inning.
Hilliard's up to bat too.
Wow. Got to get him out. Can't afford it. Come on. Goots, are you seeing bad things over there?
No, the dumb thing got me. There was a lot of movement, so I thought Hilliard did something.
Don't let it get you.
Nolan Jones stealing the bag.
Don't let it get you now. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Jovan, take me to one of your squares.
What do we got up here? Cal Raleigh. I had to pick somebody to fade. I don't even remember how to say his name. The Angels pitcher. It's coming up. So wanted a guy who is going to hit fastball, sinker, probably the best because that's a lot of what he throws. And don't really want a guy that's going to sit on the looping off speed because I can probably think that's going to be what's happening with the Mariners lineup today. I think they're going to sit on the fastball because when he does throw that looping breaking ball, it's either right down the middle or not even anywhere close to the strike zone. So I want Cal Raleigh in this spot. I think he's going to be the guy. He has a run square up too. That's way juicier than anybody else in the game. Didn't want to take that. I like that, but I figured I'd stick to the TBs because I think he is going to hit one very hard and very far. So give me Cal Raleigh in that game for the Mariners.
Sure. Cal Raleigh day. Yeah. Cal Raleigh week, I guess you could call it after his game the other night. Sheesh. Yeah. I'm always in the back big country, right?
Big country.
I'm down. Sign me up, Cal Raleigh. Switch hitting menace. Let's see what he can do from the left side of the plate, at least to start that game, right? Yeah. That guy's a righty he's facing. The new guy, Kajanowicz or whatever. Righty?
Good. He's probably going to get 2 ABs against him, I would think.
Chat, what the hell is going on? Why is everybody freaking out? Why are they saying there's VAR in baseball?
And why are they saying, I guess, that Nolan Jones steal they're looking at?
I think he was out.
I was wondering why there was no pitches.
I'm not watching, but I think he was out. Krabs, can I ask you a question about Jared Newman real quick? He's minus 180 to win fastest shot in the skills contest. Is that a telling line? Well, he broke the world record for fastest shot of all time, I believe, last year at the events. And it was crazy. He won. It was awesome. They were partying. He's probably going to do it again. The dude's a menace. I would not be shocked to see Jared Newman run away with that. I feel like he's pretty much a lock. I was thinking about maybe parlay piecing that with something if it lets us parlay that run for this weekend. So stay posted. Okay. Sit down, Riley Green, got his ass. There we go.
All right.
So how many runs did they score? 3 or 2?
3, which is huge. Now we get to the live bets.
Oh, yeah, here it is. This was crazy.
Let's see what price we're looking
at. There's
here.
people standing behind that net back there are animals. I would shit my pants if I was standing back there watching one of those balls fucking flying to that net. This is coming at 120 miles an hour.
Yeah, I think it's from 2019, but it's the first one I saw, but still 150 miles per hour. Nuts.
We have clips that we made that we could probably promote this with.
Mm-hmm.
Former Providence Friar, Jared Newman, Mikey's guy. Sure. So you like Nestor Cortez over 2.5 earned run square, Jovan? Darian's asking. You like him to give up 2 or more? 3 or more?
I do.
Okay. Well, I like him to give up more than 1.5 walks. How about that?
There you go.
Fading Nestor on the road. It's profitable. It works. We'll see if Harrison Bader can come through and do something. I hope I'm not regretting taking him out. But also, are you double dipping?
Yeah, my book is shitting itself right now. I'm trying to get to load.
All right. Well, let us know if you end up locking anything in.
I'm about to once it lets me get there.
Dubs, give us the update. I'll give you the sell job on Nestor.
Hilliard.
I like that more than good. Dubs, Goots. Great update. We got Window Liquor coming in, resubbing as well. That's my goat for 25 months. He's been there since the beginning. Sure. Nestor Cortez, he's walking a couple guys today. He's walking a couple guys against the patient veteran squad down there in Tampa. And I think, him on the roads, he is all over the place. Nestor at home, I will never fade. I don't care what the matchup is. I've learned my lesson. You just don't fade Nestor in Yankee Stadium. It doesn't work. On the roads, Nestor is a little shaky. Just check the splits. They're not good. I want to fade him, and I want to back the patient bats down there in Tampa to draw a couple walks. And if you check out the square and look at it, you could probably also see why I like it as well. It's fairly red. Okay? Fairly red. I'm pulling it up once more just to confirm, but I remember looking at it earlier, and sure, he's coming off of 4 straight games where he didn't even eclipse this number. It's looking like one of the best, nastiest squares of the day, and the over is juiced on the books. I want to do a little update here because I looked earlier, and I want to see if it's moved anymore, but the over is juicy on the books, and I want to give you guys an update here and let you know what it's at. He is at 125 to the over on the books. Good.
I bet.
Let's hope that gets even juicier. Okay. Jovan, you double dip, or is it still trying to?
No, I just got in plus 400.
Wow.
Half you guys are.
Half unit on the plus 400. Let's see if you can make a miracle happen here. Need it.
Sure.
Squad's down 3-0. Still a lot of time left. Let's see if they can strike back here in the top of the third. Please. Please. All right, guys, look at this square. This is so weird that it's at 1.5 walks. That it's even up on the boards. I mean, I don't know what else they're going to put it at, but it's weird that it's up on the boards. Right?
Yeah.
W's. And yeah, if you want to check out props.cash, guys, you know we have a promo. We'll give you that discount. Check it out for a month. If you don't like it, get rid of it. But I promise you, if you bet Prize Picks, if you take Prize Picks squares, you will keep your membership because props.cash is fuego. Saves me hours of research every week, legitimately. Okay, go check out props.cash. Use promo code Bookit.
Oh, and look at that. Immediate home run from the guards.
Wow, there it goes. See ya. We're back, folks. W live bet, Jovan. No wonder why they were giving you problems. They didn't want you to lock that shit in.
Yeah, perfect.
Dude, they had a Bo Naylor half TB.
They did. I saw that. Oh, my
God. Of course they did. Of course they did. Shit. All right, Jovan, real quick.
It wasn't that red. I thought you wouldn't want to take it.
Let's keep this up on the screen and see how it plays out. If we can flash to your sharp report for the squares, I would love for you to go over that final one. Randy.
I mean, do I have to say too much, Krabs?
No, it's a system play. Could be as
System
simple as that.
He's at home against a lefty, and a lefty that struggles on the road, a lefty that, I mean, both him and the rest of the lineup has seen plenty of. Like, the juice checks out system-wise. I always like to make sure he is the juiciest in the game when I take this square, and he is. And he's actually, like, usually he's like minus 105, minus 110, and the rest of the Rays are plus money. Maybe it's because they've seen Nestor a lot, but he's like the juiciest I think I've ever seen him in a game like this. Like, he's minus 125, which I think is definitely pretty odd. Now, I will preface it with the fact that if Yandy had his normal total basis square up today, I would like that a lot more, and I would take that a lot more. But Randy's a system play. I got to show my respect, and I like it for the same exact reasons. So I'm taking the square.
Yep. Parker, there should be a surge today. Yep. Right after this. All right. We're going to wrap up here very soon. We're going to talk about the squad rides. I needed to hear Jovan's soothing voice talk about that Randy square. It's very comforting. Love seeing that on the Sharp Report every couple days a week. All right. And knock on wood, it's treated us okay. And the Nats got a leadoff hitter on as well to start this inning. We'll see if they can do anything.
People sleep. I mean, I've been taking the square a lot the last couple weeks, and he's had he's been on base like 20 of 22 games, something crazy, and he's coming home a lot of those games, even if it's not on his own doing. So, bats are heating up, especially against lefties, and that's where he's at his best. So get him to cross the damn plate.
Sure. Our GOAT, Randy, he might need to break out that jersey.
Might have to.
I need it. All right. Good things have happened since I put that in your hands, right? Good things have happened.
It's been
Let's
solid.
hope they continue. All right. I'll be all over the Rays ML today. And I'll take this Randy run with you as well. Dubs.
Must.
All right. Chat's asking, is it the Brew Crew against the Pirates? Real quick, Jovan, before we move and groove, are we putting our financial hard-earned coins on the Brewers against Paul Skeens today?
I think it's definitely the play. I just don't want to do it, to be honest with you. Like, the line screams Brewers. I mean, the total, it's probably soaring under. I don't think you're going to get a game where Paul Skeens gets shelled, really, regardless. I think if the Brewers are going to win this game, it's going to come on the backs of, I don't know, Savali shoving, and then maybe they get it off the bullpen late. It's like a 3-2 type game. So I think I still like the under more than anything. I don't like backing Skeens, but probably would do it here. And I think the line tells you Savali's going to pitch pretty well. So, like, I still like the Brewers, but I don't have the sack to straight up fade Skeens in this game.
Yeah. I think I'm in the same boat. I think fading Skeens is not a profitable move long-term, but I really, really like the Brewers. as a strong lean honorable mention for today. Probably not going to get to the counter, but yeah, we got James Woods with a full count right now. I'm seeing Trent. And a strikeout, throw him out. Unbelievable that just happened. I'm sorry if I spoiled it. He struck out on a pitch right down the middle, and Lane Thomas got thrown out at second. And the Nats inning, their little run there with potentially 2 guys on to start it, is over. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about, folks. That is ratitudes. That is not winning baseball. That is rat shit. Jesus, James Wood, that pitch is right down the middle. Oh, all right. Here's what we're going to do, Jovan, because we got to lock in for the squad ride. I really want to be on time today before Surge. But before we hop in and go over our favorite plays, chat's been bitching. They're roasting me for going 0 for 2 in the softball game. Goots, you can come up here. All right. Guys, check out this video. If you want to see how I did, I walked around. I asked random people if I could fucking play in their softball game. Found some gents that were nice enough to let me get involved. And if you want to see how it went, you guys have already seen it, I'll tell you. Not my best work. Not my best work. All right. Quick video. Takes 3 seconds. Please go drop a like on that puppy. Will ya? Even if you're staying on for the Surge here, just go to the video, tap a like, drop a comment, roast me. Okay. Whatever you want to do. I went 0 for 2. It was embarrassing. Jovan, I should have went to the cages before. I feel like I did when I went to the VCU game and did that, shoot around challenge. I went in cold, complacent, I guess you could say, and thought I would just hit a home run or, complete the challenge with ease. I was rusty up there. I haven't swung a bat in a while. That's on me. First hit, literally 1 mile an hour exit velo. Embarrassing. Dinky ground ball, rolled over to the first baseman. A tale as old as time for a lefty. Second at bat, crushed it right at the guy. Made an unbelievable play at second base. I thought I was watching fucking
Stevenson. Him. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. No way you hit a nuke.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, dude. You did call that. Okay, Stevenson.
Starting to get hot again. Huge.
Am I seeing the Guardians had the bases cocked?
No.
And okay, that's fake.
They had one guy
That's
on.
fake. They had one guy on. That's a fake chart. All right. Well, chat, go check out this video. All right. Goots is also in it as well. W's. Let me know what I should do next. All right. And to prove to you guys that I can hit a nuke, because I know a lot of you guys probably saw that performance and thought I was, a grandpa up there and have no juice. Let me show you a video from last summer of me hitting an absolute fucking piss rocket. Okay. I want to prove to you guys that I do have the juice still in me. We need a Gombe walk. Yeah, we do. We need a Gombe walk like we need fucking air. Let me know if we get one, chat. But good, show the people. They need to see it.
Take a minute.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that's the video you were talking about. They're talking about the promo one.
Ah, shit. Just like kickball. No, kickball I'm actually ratchet at. Foot sports, I'm out. But baseball, men's league, I'm nice with it. Not in that video, though. Not in that video. Carson Kelly nuke. Is that true?
It might be. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, my screen is so frozen.
And Carson Kelly nuke. 4-1. I bet.
Yeah!
There it is.
The Addy.
There it is. Sure he can. Trent locked in this morning. God, the Guardians are moose shit. I cannot believe it. All right, Chad. Maybe this will brighten up your day. Goots is absolutely sweating getting this video up. I feel bad. There it is. There it goes. See.
There it is.
Okay. I don't know if there's ever been a softball hit harder than that one. I'll be honest with you. That might have been my best work. Okay. My buddy filmed this last year. I mean, this ball was just fucking annihilated, dude. Load the hands. Got my pitch right in the zone. Took care of business. And Javon's out of here. His internet just splitched. Okay.
Hits it.
Well, chat, I wish I could have hit a nuke in that video for you. It was rat shit. Please do me a favor and check it out. All right, let's lock in. Let's do some squad ride action here. Goots, I know you're doing 700 things back there. Go ahead and run that shit. We'll get this puppy started. All right, chat, we're going to keep it simple today. We're going to lock in. We're going to find you some winners, some options for the squad rides. Let me go ahead and get it started with my plays. We're going to put the Rays in there. We're going to put the D-backs in there. Jovan, you got any qualms?
No qualms.
Rays ML. Diamondbacks, ML. What else we got? A little Mariners Angels over.
Yeah.
You like that play?
I do.
All right. I'm in. We can leave the Giants out of here as well. That one starts up relatively soon.
That does.
Afternoon? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
You want to roll with those 3 plays? Rays ML, Diamondbacks ML, Mariners Angels over 8.5. Keep it simple?
Yeah, I like those 3.
Sure. Chat, we'll keep it simple. Aloha Bets has spoken. All right. I trust him with my life. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it to 3 plays, 3 winners. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Lock in your play. You got 1 minute. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. If you're watching on YouTube and you're wondering where the fuck is the poll, come on over to the Twitch chat. It takes 2 seconds. Go to Twitch, type in Bookit Sports. We'll pop up. There's way more people in the chat you can hang out with as well. All right. Get involved, get active, and lock in your squad ride vote. You got 3 options, 3 plays. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Rays ML, Diamondbacks ML, and we got the over in the Mariners and Angels game. Keeping it simple. 3 plays. Jovan, what are you voting for, my man?
Voting for the over.
Sure. Dubs. I kind of like the Rays. Maybe that's a spite fade on the Yankees. I don't know. But I kind of like the Rays. Look at the D-backs getting swept. Nobody believes. Nobody wants to fade Max Fried.
D-backs swept. That's going to be the first
Absolutely
player.
Swept. It could be. It could be. You might have said the same thing last night, too. I forget. Or yesterday, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was the least voted play there in yesterday's poll, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Came through at plus 100. We'll see if they can do it again tonight. All right. Did somebody say movie nights? I burn them. W reminder. Yes. Tonight, Zach Hampel movie night. All right. I'm going to drop my girl off at the airport. When I get back, we'll fire up a little sweats action, actually a little bit later. But I have no corp duties to do later. We're going to lock in. We're going to watch this Zach Hampel documentary. We're going to sweat out some bets together on playback, and we're going to have a hell of a good Thursday night. That I know. Okay. All are welcome. All are welcome. W reminder. W sweats. Probably an L documentary, if I had to guess. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll find out.
Got to be an L documentary.
Got to be an L documentary. Oh, I cannot believe I got to watch it. Chat, lock in those votes. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Who's it going to be? Could it be the Rays? Wow.
It's the Rays.
Look at that. The Rays hold on. The Rays on the ML. I love it. Chat, we're fading the Yankees. We're back in Jovan's squads. We'll meet you guys at the cash counter after it smacks, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow, the best day of the week, BTL Fridays, for the final show of the week before I hit the PL All-Star game. Jovan, great work today, my man. I'll catch you. All right, we'll be back here tomorrow. I'll meet you at the cash counter with the Rays ML. All right, my man. Peace, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow.